Number 1. You already have what you're looking for. Picture this. It's Monday morning. Your inbox is overflowing, your meeting derails within 5 minutes, and a stranger cuts you off in traffic on the way home. You feel the tension creeping in. Tight chest, short breath, clenched jaw. The old you might explode, but this time, something shifts. You pause, you breathe, you choose calm. It feels like magic, but it's not. It's Stoicism. This ancient philosophy, born in the marketplaces of Greece and refined in the marble halls of Rome, isn't just old wisdom. It's a modern tool for mental strength. People like Marcus Aurelius led entire empires guided by it. Today, CEOs, athletes, and everyday people quietly rely on it to navigate chaos with clarity. Here's the truth. You don't need a new app, another productivity hack, or a guru. What you need is a better mindset. One that helps you stay steady in the storm, not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. Stoicism teaches one thing above all. You control your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. Nothing else. When you grasp this, life doesn't overwhelm you. You respond instead of react. You live on purpose instead of by default. This isn't a philosophy for monks on mountains. It's for you, right here, right now. In the coming sections, we'll unpack timeless Stoic lessons, each one reimagined for the 21st century. These aren't just ideas, they're invitations to slow down, to think clearly, to live deeply. Let's begin. Your calm, clear, unshakable self is waiting. Number 2. Control the controllable. Let go of the rest. You can't stop the rain. You can't stop the traffic. You can't stop people from saying stupid things on the internet. But you can. Control how you respond. That's the heart of Stoicism. Every day throws curveballs, delayed flights, difficult people, bad news you didn't ask for. Most of us spend energy trying to fight things we can't change. We stress over what someone else did. We replay conversations in our heads. We let a bad 5 minutes ruin an entire day. But what if we shifted our focus? The Stoics taught, your peace doesn't come from the world, it comes from your mindset. You can't control outcomes, you can't control people, but you can control your reaction. That's where your power lives. Epictetus put it simply, some things are up to us, and some things are not. Once you internalize this, everything gets lighter. You no longer try to win every argument or fix every problem. You get selective about your battles. You choose when to engage and when to breathe and move on. Letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's saying, this is outside of my circle of influence and I refuse to suffer for it. When you focus only on what you can control, your effort, your mindset, your words, you start showing up differently. You become calmer, clearer, harder to shake. And that, in a world full of noise, is real power. Number 3. The present is all you truly. Own you're eating lunch but thinking about tonight's email. You're walking outside but scrolling. Your feed. You're talking to a friend, but already composing your next reply. We spend so much time everywhere, except here, now. The Stoics saw this clearly, even 2,000 years ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you must live in the present. Launch yourself on every wave. Find your eternity in each moment. Why does this matter? Because all your power lives in the present. The past? You can't change it. The future? You can't guarantee it. But this moment? You can shape it. Living in the now doesn't mean forgetting responsibility. It means showing up fully to whatever is in front of you, whether that's washing dishes, holding a loved one's hand, or breathing deeply before a hard conversation. When you anchor yourself in the present, you slow down, you notice, you respond with thought instead of impulse. That's presence, not just existing, but engaging. It's the antidote to modern anxiety. Seneca said, True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Today, choose presence. Put the phone down. Look up. Taste your coffee. Hear the silence between your thoughts. This isn't mindfulness as a trend, it's mindfulness as survival. When you master the moment, you master your life. Number 4. Discipline isn't restriction. It's freedom. We hear the word discipline and think of punishment, early alarms, cold showers, saying no to everything fun. But Stoicism shows us something different. Discipline isn't about restriction, it's about direction. It's the decision to live by your values, not your impulses. It's choosing what matters most over what feels good now. You want to feel stronger, healthier, more focused? It starts with doing the small things, especially when no one's watching. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, but he still reminded himself daily to show up with integrity. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Stoic discipline is about consistency, not perfection. You're going to mess up. You'll skip workouts. You'll procrastinate. You'll fall short. But what matters is that you get back up again and again. That's how inner strength is built, not in grand gestures, but in daily choices. Want to master yourself? Start small. Wake up when you said you would. Eat with awareness. Say no to things that drain you. Say yes to what moves you forward. Discipline isn't a burden. It's a gift to your future self. And here's the truth. The more disciplined you are, the more freedom you unlock. Freedom from regret, freedom from chaos. Freedom to build a life that reflects who you really are. Number 5. Resilience isn't about feeling less. It's about feeling wisely. You've had those days. A harsh comment derails your mood. A small mistake ruins your confidence. 1 piece of bad news knocks the wind out of you, and you think, why am I so sensitive? Why can't I just be stronger? But here's the truth. Emotional strength isn't about shutting down your feelings. It's about staying centered through them. The Stoics never told us to ignore emotion. Marcus Aurelius felt grief. Seneca knew fear. Epictetus understood pain. But they didn't let those emotions control them. They practiced something deeper: emotional resilience, the ability to feel fully but respond wisely. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Emotional resilience is a skill. And like any skill, it can be trained. Start by noticing. When anger flares, pause. When fear rises, breathe. When sadness hits, listen without judgment. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to teach me? Then respond, not with impulsive action, but with intention. Write it out, walk it off. Talk to someone who grounds you. Over time, you'll see it. The waves still come, but they don't drown you. You learn to float, even in storms, because the goal isn't to feel less, it's to feel better, to navigate your inner world with strength, not struggle. That's resilience. That's stoicism. That's power. Number 6. Memento mori. You don't have forever, and that's the point. It sounds grim. Remember, you will die. But it's not a threat. It's a wake-up call. Memento mori is a core Stoic practice, a reminder that your time is limited, and that makes it precious. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in history, wrote to himself, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." He wasn't being dramatic. He was being honest. Most of us live like we have forever. We postpone the phone call. We delay the dream. We numb the present, waiting for a future we may never reach. But when you really face mortality, not in fear, but in awareness, something shifts. You become bolder, kinder, clearer. You stop sweating the small stuff. You speak your truth. You savor your coffee. You forgive faster. You tell people you love them today, not someday. Memento mori doesn't tell you to be afraid of death. It tells you to start living. Because when you accept that every moment counts, you stop wasting them. And that's the paradox. Thinking about death teaches you how to live. So wake up to your life. Today isn't just another Tuesday. It's your one chance at this exact version of you, this breath, this sky, this moment. Don't wait to feel alive. Choose it, now. Number 7. Gratitude, the fastest way to transform. Any day. It's easy to feel grateful when life is going well. But what about when it's not? When your plans fall apart? When nothing's going right? Do you still see the good? The Stoics believed that gratitude is not a reaction, it's a practice. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Gratitude isn't about ignoring problems. It's about remembering that life is more than your problems. It's the smell of coffee in the morning, the friend who texts when you least expect it, the breath you didn't have to earn. Gratitude rewires your brain. It shifts your attention from lack to abundance, from stress to peace, from what's wrong to what's still right. You don't need a big reason to be grateful. Start small. Each night, write down 3 good things, no matter how minor. A smile, a quiet moment, a meal you didn't have to cook. Do it daily. Watch your perspective change. Seneca believed gratitude made us stronger. It protected us from envy and comparison. It grounded us in reality, in all that we already have. Because the truth is, you can't be grateful and bitter at the same time. So choose gratitude, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's not. It won't fix everything, but it will change you. And when you change, everything else begins to shift. Number 8. Excellence is a daily choice, not a distant goal. You don't wake up excellent. You build it, one choice at a time. The Stoics never chased perfection. They chased progress. Every day was a chance to get closer to who they wanted to become. Not through grand achievements, but through small, consistent actions. Marcus Aurelius didn't just talk about virtue, he lived it. Waste no more time arguing what a good person should be. Be one. Excellence to the Stoics meant aligning your actions with your values. Doing the right thing, even when no one's watching. Choosing courage over comfort. Integrity over image. Wisdom over impulse. It's not about being better than others. It's about being better than you were yesterday. Seneca believed that true greatness came from within, from mastering your impulses, training your mind, and acting with clarity. And Epictetus reminded his students that you are responsible for your own soul. So how do you focus on excellence? You start by setting your own standard, not one based on social media or someone else's timeline, but one rooted in your purpose. You show up, you do the work, you improve, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard, and when you fail, and you will, you reflect, adjust, and rise again. Because personal excellence isn't a finish line, it's a way of walking through the world with discipline, kindness, and intention. Every decision you make is a brick. Keep stacking them. You're not building a moment, you're building a legacy. Number 9. Stop living for likes. Start living for legacy. We've all been there. You post something, then check your phone every 5 minutes. For validation. You hesitate to speak up, afraid someone might judge you. You dress, talk, and live for approval until you forget what you actually believe. But here's the Stoic truth. You'll never be free if you're ruled by the opinions of others. Marcus Aurelius called it out centuries ago. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Read that again. Let it sink in. Why give away your peace to people who don't live your life? Seneca taught that true happiness comes from within, from acting in alignment with your values, not in performance for a crowd. And Epictetus reminded us, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish. That's power, the kind that can't be unfollowed or unliked. This isn't about arrogance, it's about clarity. You can still care about people without letting their opinions steer your life. So ask yourself, are you living a life that's true to you, or one curated for someone else's expectations? The moment you stop needing everyone's approval is the moment you become unstoppable. Let them misunderstand you. Let them judge you. Your job isn't to fit in, it's to stand firm. You weren't born to be liked. You were born to be real. Number 10. Change isn't the enemy. Resistance is. Change will come, whether you invite it or not. Jobs end, people leave, bodies age, plans fall apart. And yet, we fight it. We cling to what's familiar, even when it no longer fits. But the Stoics saw change differently. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Observe constantly that all things take place by change, and accept nature's way as good." To them, change wasn't chaos. It was the rhythm of life. Seneca warned against getting too attached to how things are, because everything you love will one day change or disappear. Not to depress you, but to prepare you. When you accept change, you don't lose your balance every time the ground shifts. You adapt. You bend without breaking. Epictetus said it best. Don't demand that things happen as you wish. Wish for them to happen as they do. That's not giving up. That's growing up. Acceptance doesn't mean apathy. It means choosing peace over resistance. It's asking, what is this change trying to teach me, instead of, why is this happening to me? Life isn't static. Neither are you. The more you embrace impermanence, the more grounded you become. So next time life surprises you, pause, breathe, flow with it. Because the tree that survives the storm isn't the one that resists the wind. It's the one that knows how to sway. Number 11. Strength. Without compassion isn't strength at all. In a world obsessed with hustle, toughness, and me first, kindness can feel like weakness. But the Stoics taught the opposite. Compassion is courage in action. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that humans are social creatures, born to cooperate, not compete. What brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee. In other words, your well-being is tied to the well-being of others. Seneca wrote that helping others isn't charity, it's part of being fully human. And Epictetus urged us to understand people, not just judge them. That's what empathy is. Seeing through someone else's eyes, especially when they're hurting, even if they hurt you first. Compassion doesn't mean being a doormat. It means being deeply grounded in your values and responding with patience and clarity, even when the world isn't. Ask yourself, can I listen without fixing? Can I see someone's pain without making it about me? Can I hold space for others, even when I'm tired? Empathy is a skill. It gets stronger the more you practice. Start by being curious instead of critical. Assume complexity behind every face. And above all, offer the kindness you wish someone gave you in your hardest moment. Because real strength isn't cold. It's warm. It's human. It's love without condition. Number 12. Pause, reflect, realign, repeat. We're always in motion. Scrolling, replying, chasing, reacting. But when was the last time you paused? Not out of exhaustion, but out of intention. The Stoics believed that without regular reflection, we lose ourselves in the noise. We react instead of respond. We drift instead of direct. Marcus Aurelius kept a journal, not to impress others, but to correct himself. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Seneca likened life to a play. He asked, have I played my role well today? Reflection isn't about guilt, it's about growth. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I do well? Where did I lose control? How can I show up better tomorrow? This habit, 5 minutes of honest self-check will shape your character more than any external goal. It builds clarity. It strengthens accountability. It realigns you with your values, again and again. Epictetus taught his students to end each day with this practice, not to obsess, but to observe, gently, consistently, with self-compassion. Think of reflection like cleaning your windshield. You clear the fog of emotion, assumption, and ego, so you can see where you're going. So don't just live. Live examined. Live aligned. Live aware. Because a life worth living isn't just measured by milestones. It's shaped by the quiet, courageous moments you take to come back to yourself. Stoicism isn't just philosophy. It's practice. It's not about reading quotes or sounding wise. It's about how you live when no one's watching, how you show up when life hits hard, how you treat others and yourself in the quiet, unglamorous moments. Each idea you've just read, control, presence, discipline, resilience, is a tool. But tools mean nothing unless you pick them up and use them. So here's your invitation. Start today, not tomorrow, not when life slows down. Now, pick one idea, reflect on it, try it out, fall short, try again. Because that's what a Stoic does. Not perfect, just consistent. If this message resonated with you, let's grow together. Share your favorite Stoic insight in the comments. I'd love to read it. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss our weekly reflections. Like the video if it gave you value. That one small click helps more than you know. And if you know someone who's struggling right now, send them this video. You might just change their day. This is a journey. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. And you're not walking it alone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for choosing depth over noise. Now, go live deliberately, go live wisely, and go live well.